So Ann McDonald was my name when I went here. It's now Ann Murphy. I graduated in 1988. I started here as the first class of girls in 1984. And I'm the proud parent of a daughter who graduated in 2017 and a daughter who graduated in 2021. So first off, I was at St. Pius School up the street when I grew up in Providence, when they announced it was going co-ed. And I can remember being in 8th grade and they said the girls can take the test this year also, it's going co-ed. We thought that was the greatest thing ever. And I knew instantly I was coming here. You know, like everyone takes the test and decides between different schools. The minute they said I was going co-ed, I'm going to LaSalle. And was so excited, never looked back. Could walk here. First day of school, a group of us met at the playground up the street. And like 20 girls, we all came together. And it's funny because in those days I played basketball for my elementary school, St. Pius, and we played against St. Augustine's other schools, right? And it was funny because you thought those were almost like the people you didn't hang around with because they were from a different school. A whole group of us met at the playground and walked up together. Yeah, and so I don't think for me I ever missed a beat. The minute I walked in here, I knew like this is my place. The school wasn't physically ready for us yet, so we spent a lot of time in homeroom. Homeroom was our base. And it's funny because I've made a lot of my good friends of people that I started in homeroom with that freshman year. But everyone felt super welcoming to me. From Brother Jerome, who I went on the ski trip with, Brother Anthony, who the gym looked very different. You wouldn't even believe what it looked like. I loved it, but now it's obviously state of the art beautiful. He used to give out popcorn in the downstairs of the gym, and he was this great guy, Brother Anthony, and you'd go over and I'd hang out with him if we had late practice. If we had early practice, I would hang out after. I think you know this going here. LaSalle is not an 8:30 to 2:30 school, right? I can't imagine ever have left right at 2:30. As someone who did something after school every day, you know, you were here for your own activities, for other activities. I came to every game at night, you know, all those things. Every play, you'd come up and go to our plays are like Broadway, right? They're phenomenal. So I'd come up and go to all the plays. Again, I was in one, I would never get in one here now. But I was in one when I was here by birth. So there's just, to me, LaSalle Academy, that's what it teaches you. There's nothing you can't do, right? And I always felt that. From the minute I walked in here, if there was something you wanted to join or be a part of, you felt so encouraged that you could. I just never knew any different for girls. And I think the great thing is LaSalle didn't change who they were, because you wouldn't want them to. They had a great thing going, right? The mission of LaSalle is the best school in the world. But when girls came, we didn't change LaSalle, we just made it better. We just added to what was already great. And so again, they added sports. First year we had basketball, the next year they added the soccer, they had the volleyball. And I had the privilege, I played with Gina Raimondo on volleyball, and we were friends. And then she sent her daughter here, as you know, and I sent my daughters here, which I think there's no better compliment to a school than if you send your own children. And I think that's what, you know, we both did, and I know there's many other people that have done that. I'm involved with everything. So the beautiful part about being the first set of girls was every activity was just rolling out. So I played soccer, basketball, and volleyball, which I laugh because I say today, we probably wouldn't make any of those, but they were all new teams, and I loved them. My best friends to this day are people I played sports here with. I was in a play, I was in Bye Bye Birdie. I was a girl running around yelling for Conrad, which also would not be something I would do today because that's not my gift. But we had the privilege of doing that. I was in the thing called the Mime, which if anyone knows Brother Charles Kitson, he was by far the shining light of LaSalle Academy. So he chose people to be part of the Mime, and he chose me, which was really a big honor. And it's funny because you would never put my name together with Mime. I've never been shy or quiet. And we loved it. We went and toured. We went to LaSalle Academy in New York City. We went up to New Hampshire as a group for like 2 weeks and stuff. So I was my homeroom rep. My freshman year, I went on a ski trip that LaSalle had. And the president at that time was Brother Jerome, and he went on the ski trip. And it was so funny because I became friends with him on the ski trip. So after I got back, every so often I would get a letter over at school from here. He was over here at the brother's house, and he would send a letter inviting you over for lunch. And so a group of us would come have lunch with Brother Jerome and tell him how things were going. Honestly, I was kind of involved in everything. So, I'm super involved in LaSalle in many ways. I'm on the board of trustees. I'm in LaSalle Hall of Fame. I was a class agent here for many years. I have run every reunion since I graduated. So just involved in many different ways here at LaSalle Academy. 3 years. I've been on the board for 3 years. I helped run the gala for the 175th, and really my big thing was the day of service, as Brian knows. So it was a great day. We went out and served all the different places, and it went super great. You know, when you're running something like that, it was after COVID, you're not sure what will happen, but the day was very successful. Each place we went, we really, I think, made a difference. And people that came out to serve on that day also had a great day. We began that day with a mass in the chapel, and Father Gaffney, who I'm friendly with, came and said the mass. And I said to Father Gaffney, I'm not sure if it's going to be 5 people in the chapel or whatever. It was packed. It was standing room only. So that kind of kicked off the day. Everybody wanted to stop that. And then each place we went was awesome. So, yeah, so I've run that. So the purpose of the board is to guide the school where you can, to kind of always look at what's going on within the school, and to put the best you can in to help the school continue to be the incredible place that it is. Right, so the day-to-day of this school is fabulous, and there's so much going on. The board tries to look at it a little bit from a bigger global level of where's it going and how do we get there. I mean, you people that work here day-to-day are too entrenched and take care of every kid in front of you to sometimes stop and look at that next piece. We have the privilege of coming in calmly at night, sitting around this boardroom and talking about where LaSalle's going. How do we get there? You know, you have the beautiful softball field that was just built. That was years in the making, and a lot of talking about how to make that happen. And obviously it's beautiful and great, and we're so proud of it. But that's what we're always talking about, like what's coming in 5 years and 10 years, and what are we looking at. But the girls needed that beautiful softball field, you know. I mean, our boys have that great baseball field. We needed to get our girls playing on that field. They're state champions. They're fabulous. And that was known. The board knew that. And the board knew that needed to happen. And so that's regularly talked about, is where's LaSalle going and how do we get them there? And I feel for me, I'm a voice of the girls, as a mom of 2 girls and as a female myself that came here. I feel like that is always a bit of a voice I should have on the board. Certainly being here at LaSalle, I learned the mission of serving others, right? So I definitely entered here to learn. I learned a lot and I left to serve. And I've spent my whole career serving children. I have worked in private agency at first, and then for the state at DCOAF as an investigator serving children if they had abuse and neglect. And I've spent my whole time just really trying to give children a safe, healthy life. And I really believe a lot of that came from my years here at LaSalle. You know, I think anybody who knows me has known since I left here that I just have always loved LaSalle Academy and really have tried to live my life in what I've learned here. Again, entered here to learn and learned a lot, and I've left to serve. And I think in the years that I've served in many ways outside of here, that was recognized with the Hall of Fame. It feels like the ultimate honor. It feels like such a privilege. There's no greater feeling than a place that you think is so fabulous to turn around and say back to you, we think you're fabulous. So it's the biggest honor and compliment you could possibly get. It has. My whole life has been to serve people that have less than I do, to work with children who honestly are in a bad place. I meet good people on a bad day, is what I've said when people have asked what I do. You don't meet me if things are going great, but when you meet me and you're in trouble, my job is to help you and to make that better. And I think you always can, whether it's something huge or something little, and I feel that I've always had that ability to do that. And I really do think I learned that here. So you instantly see when they get here that LaSalle's the right place, right? But then as they've graduated, I've seen that. So you head off to colleges, and both my girls, when they got to college, were confident, were ready. We're certainly academically prepared. Both have done very well. My older daughter's graduated with honors and got a great job right out of school and all that. My younger, who's still in school, same thing, has done very well academically. So you know they're prepared in that way, but they're also prepared and they're confident in who they are, right? So sending your child off to school is a scary thing, but when you're sending them off and you know they know who they are because they have a good sense of themselves that they learned here at LaSalle Academy, you feel like they're ready. They're not going to fall into something they shouldn't because they know who they are. So definitely would say, again, just get involved, try things, because I think trying it 15, 16 is easier than if you're afraid then and you try later. I think LaSalle encourages that, right? It gives you that opportunity. I don't think you even feel different as a girl than as a boy here, right? So again, I think there's never a sense of, oh, that's only for the boys, right? So it's like if you think you can do it, you go try it and do it. I think LaSalle has everything available to make you a strong, kind, great woman in the world. And I think that's important, right? Finding that balance of being empathetic to others, being kind to others, but you're also not afraid to lead and to go out and do what you need to do. And I think LaSalle offers that in every way, both in the classes, the people that teach here, the people that run the programs, Christian service, and again, all the extracurricular activities. I would say, you know, the future, it just keeps getting better, right? So when you were here, they added field hockey, right? They didn't have that, and then they added that sport. So they're never done getting better and building more and more for the girls. I think if there's a need for something and it comes up, it's added, right? I think, you know, you look at the people that have come out of here and all the careers, like my best friends to this day, you know, Lori Connors Turner and Amy Ziggis O'Hara, they're my best friends still. We were in each other's weddings, we had our children together. You know, we played sports here together at LaSalle, and we're friends. And one is a successful nurse and one's a phenomenal teacher. Like, we all left here and just went on and conquered the world, I think, with really knowing that's your role, right? You have to give back a little bit. And I just think that's instilled in you. I think the future, oh, the sky's the limit, right? I feel like you guys are so much better than we were. I feel like what kids do today is unbelievable. You and, you know, my daughter's age, it's amazing what you all do. You're just tenfold what we were. But I think LaSalle just keeps getting better and better, and it offers so much, and it's just so worth it. Because I think any girl, it will set you up to be as successful as you want in the future.